let's make my Tifa Lockhart cosplay boots together. So I started off with these boots from Target. I like the shape of them. And then I got this Angelus leather prepper. So basically, anytime you're working with leather or boots, anything like this, you want to kind of use that prepper. And it basically kind of gets rid of the finish and it creates a nice base for you to work on. So I did that, and I got the same Angelus leather scarlet red acrylic like leather paint. I did a few coats and it wasn't really given the color I wanted. This is, I think, after one coat of the paint. And then I went in and I think I did about 2 or 3 coats, maybe even 4. And this is what it looks like in better lighting. It wasn't really giving the color I wanted. It was kind of more of like a maroon color. And if you know Tifa, her boots are like bright red. So I just got another red from the same brand, and this is so much better. I think this was like actually after like 1 or 2 coats, it was already so great. I got these buckles from Joann's and I created some patterns for her design. If you know anything about her boots, they're kind of intricate with how they're designed. I got some Eva foam and we basically used that pattern. I laid it over and then I cut all the pieces that I needed out. So again, you can see there's a ton of different pieces to her boots. Then next I went in with just a pencil and did some designs. I used a ruler to kind of like create those like little divots and shapes. And then I went in with my Dremel and kind of deepened them up a little bit to give them more of that texture. Then it's time to paint. I painted some of the buckles, painted them black, and then they have this intricate design, so I went over that and kind of like just free-handed it with some gold paint. Then I painted the rest of the pieces red that were needed, the buckles, and this right here is like the lip of the boot. I then went in and did some texturizing, kind of like weathering of the boot a little with some like paint, some silver paint, just kind of like weathered to give it that kind of like worn out look. And then this is the pieces together. I used Velcro to kind of attach the pieces. I really want to find a better way to secure them properly, but this worked for the con, and I was actually very proud of this, being my first time doing something like this. And this is how they looked on. I was so happy with how these turned out. It's probably one of my favorite things that I've done. Tifa is such a great character. She's one of my favorites, and I absolutely love it. And there is a little hello from Frodo.